Hello, and welcome to the Streaming Rainbow Podcast, a place where we bring together our stories with your ears. These stories were originally recorded for YouTube, and now they are here for you in pure audio form. Join our crew of storytellers as we dive into fantastical realms and tell human stories. Grab your dice and buckle up your wizard hats. It's time for the games to begin. As a note, a list of the topics, themes, and subject matter featured in this podcast has been included in the episode description. Listener discretion is advised. And now, welcome to Halley's Children, Heaven's Eye, Episode 4, What Never Was.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Streaming Rainbow. This is episode 4 of Halley's Children Heaven's Eye, and we left our heroes on something of a cliffhanger last time. I am Serafina Smith, and I will be taking you to an alternate timeline today. With me are my players, who will be playing alternate timeline versions of their characters. We have Eli as alternate Ida, Cam as alternate Anoush, Courtney as alternate Jelena, and David as alternate Habfor. I expect all of you to have a scar or an eye patch or a goatee or some sort of cheesy sci-fi nod to the fact we're in a darker timeline now.
I'm bald.
Excellent. So, it all started, as I said, with Pagan's death. In this timeline, something happened to prompt an assassination. What exactly changed is a mystery, but whatever it was, it caused someone in the State Department to authorize the killing. A Barrett M82 anti-material sniper rifle was used. They took him down while he was having his morning latte. He was tough, bulletproof. But bulletproof is a relative term, and the 50 caliber NATO round went straight through his skull, then to his brain, then out again, leaving behind very little. Pagan never saw it coming. Things collapsed quickly after that. Hurt did his best to discourage retaliatory violence, but his intuition told him it was only leads to worse things. But even with Hild's support, the violence happened anyway. It became, to put a difficult label on it, war. And the government, the many governments that joined in the war against Metas, knew it was a war they had to win now because the hornet's nest was stirred. And if they did not put down the empowered, their own socio-political power would be severely endangered. It was a different group then that gathered at Tianyan in this 2061. A group with a lot of stark absences. Hild, Horus, Loki, Hippolyta, Edmund, Bast, and of course Pagan, all gone. The majority of survivors had been holing up in the jungle, where Liaostan's animals made for a good alarm and defense system. So it was a weary, hurt, and disheveled bunch who took over the radio telescope. And when they were asked the question, humanity did not come out well in the reckoning. And all over the world, on every continent, stars began to fall. The whole world wasn't empowered, of course. The standard nanomachine package protected from aging and disease and provided a minor boost to strength, intelligence, and endurance so that everyone was able to work. It also sterilized humanity and, of course, caused pain and paralysis if anyone attempted to harm or disobey a master. For the masters started arriving soon. They would simply appear, always accompanied by a friendly but firm hologram. They announced that humanity had been judged unworthy of galactic citizenship and as a result had been categorized as a subrace, and they had taken humanity under their wing to guide them until such time as they proved their worthiness. Until then, humanity's right to their homeworld was nullified, and they could freely be used as indentured servants. We catch up to our heroes in, I'm going to attempt this, apologies to Chinese speakers, Zhishuangbana, a rainforest in southern China, where the empowered retreated to gather their wits about them afterwards and plan. Now, something is about to happen, but before that, I'd love to get a check in on all of our alternate timeline characters. What are you looking like? How are you doing? What are you up to? Anyone can go first.
I got y'all. Okay, so Anoush, bald. Uh, he is like trying his best to keep whatever like tenuous piece between the metas empowered. Um, he is a little crazed and definitely overworked because for the past however many years since Pagan has died, he has been trying to find a way to bring him back. So he has like all of these patches and like he does not have any scars because he grows everything back, but like different bits and bobs on his person. He's carrying like bags of like metal and like devices and like all like different like tinker supplies and things, and is like constantly experimenting with them, just to like give them like a little bit of edge in a fight. Essentially just a lot of tools and equipment. He's like strapped to the nines, has like a katana strapped to his back, like some military boots, like all black, but is still like very caring towards the people in his group. He's like wants to make sure they're doing well. Still has like a lot of empathy towards them, and a lot of like understanding in his eyes, even though he's just tired as shit. But that's Anoush.
Who's next?
Yeah. Ida, depends on when you see them, but they've spent the last many years as a dire wolf. So right now, probably they're more in werewolfy form. They are less human than anything. They don't like that. They don't like showing humanity. They are covered in scars. Rope burns around their neck and arms where they have tried to be grabbed and broken free. And even in bipedal form, they pace and watch and are very, very protective of their brothers and sisters, anyone who is here, and will not hesitate to kill any human that comes within any distance without thought. So right now, Ida is patrolling and pacing.
Well, hopefully not any human, because I have some that are quite dear to me. Jelena travels with a retinue of 9 that go in groups of 3. They are her personal guard. She has returned to more traditional clothing, cloaks, furs, and her appearance has changed as well. She is not often, she is in constant control of the nature around her, and this has enacted a cost upon her body. Her eyes have gone dark. They are a pitch black green of chlorophyll, and she has veins creeping across her body that are dark. Her blood has been changed. On her right arm, there is a bracer of vine that weaves itself in and out of her flesh. It is something that she can call upon in a moment for a weapon or a staff, something that she is constantly connected to when it comes to nature. And her fingers have gone dark, as if they're always in the earth and stained by it.
not with her. Maybe trying to sneaking somewhere in the outskirts of the witch's forest is Habfor, who is full beard, maybe hasn't shaved since 87. And hair is very matted and dirty. His skin is like caked with dirt and grime and blood. His pupils are extremely small. I guess you wouldn't see them very much because he wears sunglasses a lot, as his eyes are now sensitive to the light from many years in captivity. One of the other markers of that being the place where the electrodes were on his temples, some scar tissue, probably missing a finger or two. We could say on his left hand, as that's his like shield hand. And wherever through the grime and the dirt is as ever the story that Habfor wants to tell, which in this case is much more of a tragedy and brutal. Not that he's telling many people this story, as he spent many of the convening years between Pagan's death and Heaven's Eye alone.
It is a grim group then that comes to the forest. And as you are gathering, a call comes in. Anoush gets a video call request on his sat phone. The caller is identified as simply an S in angle brackets, and you're fairly certain, Anoush, that you've never entered anyone into your phone that way.
I'm going to show it to everybody without saying anything. And then wait a couple seconds. And then I'm going to answer it.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Can't hear you.
So wait, so we're all together. Like how many is there? Just curious. I'm trying to like picture. So we're in the forest before Heaven's Eye, or this is after when the Masters already came? Sorry, I got like a little. This is after, right? Okay, I'm just making sure. And we are like essentially retreated to this area as a like this is the only place we can be.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
It's where you retreated directly.
I just got a little confused about exactly. Got it.
Understood.
Sorry, it's a long day.
Could I do something with my sat phone before I actually take the call? I want to pull out a laptop, plug it into my sat phone, and I want to try to trace the call, like when I pick it up, to see if I can figure out where it's coming from.
Okay, that sounds good. Roll me crafts.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, I'm gonna I'll steal myself before I do this. I'll use my enhancement ability to give me a +1. And I needed that. That's going to level out to a superb.
Okay. You do a quick hack into the firmware of your phone and do a trace of the call as best you can. It is a satellite. But you're able to track it back, and you're seeing that it's being interrupted at the satellite that you're currently focused on your phone. It's like there's something that is hijacking the signal that would normally come to it at this point.
Okay. Press that green button. See who's on the other end.
The screen clears, and on it, in close-up, is Bast's unmistakable human face. Her eyes widen in excitement, and she turns to yell off screen, "It's connecting, you slowpoke, get in here!" She turns back, winks, and moves away from the camera, replaced almost immediately by Pagan, who looks earnestly into the camera. And he says, "I've been practicing what to say when we got through to you. Problem is I never really figured it out, so hey, it's us from 700 years in the future again. We got news that, well, it's going to be hard to hear, but there's an upside to it. And that's that you get to absolutely wreck everything that the Masters have been planning for thousands of years."
Who are you?
I'm the one who was in the first timeline.
From the timeline that called us back.
Yeah, we're in the future, but we're not your future. We're the future of the original timeline. Yeah, we wouldn't
How did
exist
you-
right now, but apparently when future you, he's in the next chamber over, making sure we don't get cut off. When you opened a wormhole in space-time, it gave us a tether, so we get to keep existing for a little bit. And that means we have time to call you and tell you what happened. And then
How?
the two of them tell you about how, after Anoush's contact the first time, history had shifted enough that humanity had come out as worthy at the test of Heaven's Eye. But the Masters had a backup plan, and that plan was thousands of microsatellites in orbit creating a temporal engine that allowed them to back up and try again, this time interfering a bit more. The assassination of Pagan had set off a chain of events that changed everything. And Pagan says, interrupting his explanation, "I'm sorry. I couldn't be there for you. You had to go through that. I'm so fucking sorry."
You should be.
I am.
But you're here now. How do we get to where you are?
He looks strained, and Bast interjects. She says, "The good news is the time engine has to do a lot. Apparently replacing the main timeline as completely as that takes a lot of energy, which is why it took 5 years to cross over. And until that moment, 5 years in your future, it's vulnerable. It'll slip back into its original state if that engine is stopped. All you have to do is destroy or turn off the satellites within 5 years' time. Then we get our future back. The good one."
That's a challenge. I look at everybody. We have a challenge. From our future dead boyfriend.
I would like to stealth away.
Go for it.
I
Cool.
am very sorry, but I am not understanding why it is that we should be believing this.
Oh,
I got it.
you don't know why we should believe everything that we hear off of a phone? Oh, that's so wild. You don't think that the giant bugs in the sky can create a simple video and send it to me? Wow.
Anoush,
You're
I
really
have zero patience for your attitude.
I apologize. It's not directed towards you. It's very much, and I look at the screen for the audience.
They are looking at each other as though feeling helpless.
That's a look I know very well. I'm not bound to you. I'm bound to them.
I don't really care who's telling me to fucking destroy everything. We have a goal. I say let's go for it.
If this is true, if there is some sort of temporal web around our reality, and destroying it... Well, what the fuck would destroying it even do? Would it erase us from existence?
Good. I hope it does.
Is that what you want? You want to have never existed?
That would be a blessing, wouldn't it?
No. Not really.
We don't have time. We don't have time right now with this. So, pagan, if you are actually pagan, any other words of wisdom? Anything else that you can help us with?
We know a bit about the satellites. We know that they're on a separate circuit from all the others. We know that they can be interfered with, but it's difficult. An EMP can set them off. There are things that can work, but we don't know what will be best for you.
Is it all or some? Do all need to go? Or portion?
If you get as much as 1/6,
How much is 1/6?
it's several thousand.
You want to know something funny, Pagan? Most of you's in my basement right now.
Oh. Again, not okay.
That doesn't sound very funny to me.
Huh. I don't know. It's kind of funny to me. I hate you. I want you to know that. Whatever this version of you is 700 years in the future, casting some shitty little fishing line to pull us out of your guilt, I hate you. And the only reason I'm going to go along with this is because everyone I ever care about is dead or wants to be destroyed off of the face of this planet. And I can't tell you for how long I have wanted that to be my fate. So, I'm glad you gave me the chance to say that by calling.
Okay, yeah, he's he looks wrecked by that and doesn't say anything more.
Well, thanks for calling. I guess we got thousands of satellites to destroy so that we end up just like you. Anybody else want to say anything? No? No? Good. I hang up.
Dramatic, as always, Anoush.
He doesn't say anything.
5 years. We have 5 years.
I wonder if somebody can still have access to their stocks of EMPs, I wonder. It would appear that the coward has left us again.
Yeah. I don't like when you call him that.
She has a very particular right to do so.
I'm not saying that. Just saying I don't like it.
Well
Habfor is
then,
currently seeing how far he can fly up before he can't do anything anymore. So he can't breathe.
Can I roll a notice?
Sure.
Okay.
take a blessing.
What's that? +1? Cool. That is a +4 to a legendary.
All right. That is you've zoomed in on something. What have you zoomed in on?
I look straight up
Oh, hey.
and I go, and you see me turn into a giant thunderbird of legend, shoot up into the sky, and like screaming and grab Habfor out of the sky.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You catch up? You guys were talking for minutes.
You are but a human.
A thunderbird
I am-
of
A
legend.
human using telekinesis.
Yeah, and I'm a bird of prey.
Big bird.
Using
That's
the
as big as a
same source of power.
skyscraper. Well,
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't. It's
I get-
gonna take a
I get
second. I can be a
grabbed
bird for as
down.
long as I.
I slap
I
a
can-
I slap a patch on your ass
40
as you
minutes
go up there.
later.
Yeah, for sure. It can take. I will happily chase your little sad ass.
I
Let's
come
go.
back like the small boy that I'm being treated like.
I drop you. Like I do. I get down far enough, and then I just drop you in between before I.
Habfor
Switch
immediately flies back up. I'm gonna do what I want to fucking do in this game.
As
Right.
I think, as he, if, to help you out, if you want some help, I'm gonna touch Jelena and send a vine just like straight up to catch you.
I batted away with a superb.
Hey, I did my best.
I go again, and I grab you again.
There's
And
literally like
instead
a
of dropping
purpose for
you-
what I'm trying to do. I would like to fight against being grabbed because
I'm gonna get out my laptop.
Actual purpose.
I'm gonna
for what I'm
start
trying to
setting
do.
up a computer
That's
virus.
fine. Is it fight or physique?
You could use either.
Okay, there. But this thing.
What? Legendary. 2 above superb is legendary.
Hold on. 2 above superb is epic.
Epic.
All right. So. Yeah, you go. That's fine.
And then I would just like to see how far I can go before it becomes too hard to function, and then come back down. I don't know, however long that takes.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me to roll will or what. I guess it would be physique maybe for breath holding, or I'm not.
Yeah, it's fine. You're able to get to. Oh gosh.
The highest is about 26,000 feet.
Yeah.
That's why I want to see other options we could do that would make things easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can eliminate part of the force effort of whatever we're going to do to try to take these out, right, to get it off the ground,
Yeah.
you have a renewable source of energy as opposed to needing to launch a bunch of fucking things that can be more easily tracked.
Yeah, you're able to get up to, like you said, about 26,000 feet.
Can I try to roll to like push the record a little bit, just to see where I can get? That's what I'm trying to ask for.
Yeah, go for it.
I did my research. I had a plan. I knew these fucking... Well, I actually had this plan from the original. A couple of backups of... Obviously, I knew these things were going to be important. What am I rolling? I didn't even get the stat.
I think eventually Anoush is going to like start taking notes on whatever the fuck Habfor is doing. Because I think you've inspired a little bit of a plan in me.
Yeah, I don't know what stat I'm rolling. Is it? Do you want to do will, fight?
Yeah, I think will.
It's
is probably the
rapport.
best.
Will.
If it's rapport,
I gotta.
empathy.
I'm gonna bank on the fact that Habfor is not gonna be the one most needed later on, and that this. No, I won't. I can't burn my point. Never mind. I gotta save that in case. This time it's a +3, so with one above excellent.
Sorry, what was her idiot ex-husband rolling?
Will.
I was Will. In her irritated frustration, he can get the +1 to us as well.
You also have a patch if you want it.
Oh shit, huh? No, I think I'll save the patch. I think this is just. I'm just trying to get incrementally as much as we can. I don't think there's like a need to push the laws of physics too much.
I mean, look, you don't have to save it. I got another one.
Yeah.
True. I guess I'll dig it. What is that a plus? I don't know how I don't remember how the patches work. I used them once to split the Red Sea.
I don't know, maybe.
So yeah, using up all of your resources there, you are able to get up pretty high to like over 30,000 feet.
Where in orbit are these? Which part of our atmosphere? Are they in the outer orbit? Are they in mid or lower?
They are in medium Earth orbit.
That's right. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. I know science. Okay. Which means that again takes considerable amounts of energy less from our plan, because we don't have to account for as much for rotation, gravity, and a bunch of other shit. Okay. And then, yeah, I guess he mostly falls at first and then probably comes back to consciousness and then comes back down.
All right. You have determined your upper limits.
And then I don't think Habfor talks anymore. I think in your minds you just see what he saw and the beginning, like his imagination of like throwing a drone, like from lower orbit, kind of thing.
I think Anoush thinks about like building a bunch of EMPs and sticking them inside of that drum to, muddy your metaphor.
I said drone.
Oh, okay.
Like a...
Not a... Yeah.
Would have been a cool metaphor, though.
Yeah.
Would have been a cool metaphor. Also, Anoush thinks about doubling, like, just for a second, a dangerous thought of both of us doing that with separate drones.
Yes. Here's an interesting question for our storyteller.
Yeah.
So Habfor was very up on technology all the way up until the 80s.
Yes.
Can I roll some sort of lore or contacts or something to remember, like those somewhere where this technology might exist, of like those high orbit jumpsuits kind of things to help me stay at wherever my body physically starts to, you know what I mean? the air controls could at least be taken care of.
Yeah, for sure.
I might be able to roll that. Like if you want to like outsource that to me, I have quite a few
If it's
resources and crafts.
yeah, if it's lore, okay. So if we do crafts, okay. So there's a couple of different paths, I think, and I think maybe this is again how Habfor starts to show it, and he shows one of either like seeing or hearing about this technology that has existed right since like the 70s, and then like an 80s Rocky montage of Anoush building a couple, or there's like a little break and it's all of us killing like a bunch of people and taking them out of like a government storage facility.
I mean, like I think back and I'm like, I was a pilot for like the NASA space shuttles. I know a lot of like the military, like people lingo.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Translating to like the game, I have a superb in resources. If you want me to roll,
yeah,
and that's why I'm saying like depending on what plan we go with, I think it's a different role. So if we want to try to make it, then there's going to be some role of like getting materials, obviously. But Habfor is essentially a machinist, like a 3D printer, and so we would need to get materials, right? And then there's resources if that works for like sourcing it somewhere, potentially through whatever. And then the other one was just thinking of like, and I get this is mostly up to Sarah, right? Or I guess us, which we choose, the idea of lore or something of like, oh, I know, like from my time in the CIA or whatever, that there are these like whatever suits to drop into Cuba or something, right? That like were developed. And the idea being that we would go then like steal them. So I think it's more, I think whatever the role is and who rolls it is largely determined on like what we pick to do.
Agreed.
Because if we go with lore, actually I think you're better than me in lore. You have superb lore, right?
No, I went down for this Anoush.
Okay.
This Anoush has like a good lore.
I have a great lore. So if we go with lore and just like go to try to smash and grab a place, then that's it. And then it should probably be me. And then if it's crafts, then it should definitely be you with assistance from myself and Jelena. And then obviously if it's a third option, then we're all gonna have to fucking fight or whatever. So that'll be all of us. So I'm down for whatever. I just think whoever wants to roll or what we want to do. There seems to be a bloodthirsty desire amongst characters, so I don't know if smithing a spacesuit is on the docket.
We got 5 years.
Don't see why we should not diversify our plans. If we can misdirect by a delightful little smash and grab while someone is holed up building something in secret.
We also have a satellite that can connect to whatever temporal bullshit is happening because it was hacked from the future. So that is a resource that we have as well. Because I also had the thought of maybe creating some sort of computer virus.
This is all the technology. This is all well beyond me. What I believe I can help you with is elevation. I can create. I can raise the earth a fair amount of distance should I need to.
You might help. We might need some rare minerals and metals.
I mean,
especially since we're cut off.
If you know where they are, I can probably get this to you.
I'll probably help with the general, like, map, and we could work on something.
Habfor is muted again.
The only, I think the only last contribution Hathor would add, again, be everybody's minds, would be the only worry with doing the smash and grab plan. Why I think probably building suits is better is because the masters like are smart, right? So if they put together the target of what we do, even if it's as a distraction, that may put them on to what we're trying to do.
But are they smart, or do they just have a resources and a society that has given them this plan, right? Have they come up with this, or are these? Is this like a quorum of people who are not so smart if they are singled out, right? If it's not just like one hive mind or one entity that has come up with all of this technology and all of this plan, then the knowledge is spread out, then we have a better chance of them not keeping like so harsh of a tab on us.
I think in his actual voice, Hathor responds, "You've always been the smartest person I know, and you had no fucking idea what they had planned. They're smart."
They're smart.
Semantics aside, whatever else you're saying, the idea of leaving a clue about what we're doing does not warm me. But I will just be the one in the suit, I guess, so I don't really care what we do.
Ida,
You don't have to be the...
what do you think?
I think I have nothing to do with building anything. But distractions. I can be a distraction.
Distractions are good.
Hide the clues.
Disrupts whatever they're fucking doing here on the ground.
This is an above table question. Do the masters have outposts? Do they have centers of command?
No, they're acting like tourists.
You know what might be
Sarah,
interesting?
you fucking piece of shit. I'm so mad. Oh my god. It's the most blunt colonialism metaphor I've ever seen, and it still makes me so mad.
But do you have a flag?
Ooh, look at the locals' market. They're such noble savages.
I don't...
I can't. I love how it smells, but I can't eat their food. It's too spicy. It has too much flavor. What do we get any impression that the masters, like, have we gotten any indication that us being the tools of the masters has been like, if we go after humanity, like, that we're doing good, or like, is it just kind of like we're also in the shit? Like, are we also in trouble?
Basically, as soon as you gave them that no, they seem to have forgotten you exist.
But they haven't taken away our powers,
Indeed.
right?
No, because to them we do not matter.
I also think to them, they don't know how this technology works. I think there are a few of them that are smart, like scientists on our world that know how this shit works, but the people in charge, I think they're dumb. I think they have a rote plan that they don't necessarily pay close attention to.
Well,
and I think that makes
then that
them
works in
vulnerable.
our favor.
Whatever the case is, we need to make a decision. What are we doing?
I like this.
I think a part of us are going to be as loud and as awful as possible to cover and create a smokescreen for those of us who can actually build something and create their end.
They also, a long time ago, around when Pagan died, were these group of people called the Anointed. They found some way to give humans abilities. And they've already infected them with some sort of nanobots so that they are sterile and don't age. If we are able to
Change
put
the
together
programming.
exactly,
What happens if we put
can sick them.
patch? What are your patches?
Oh,
You have humans with you
that
are currently
that's
under
a
this.
great idea.
I do. Yes. Jelena sends a raven out to collect one of the groups of 3 to come back. I will ask them if they're willing to do this. I understand that there's little respect. Understandably so. I do tend to care for these people. It is their choice. And if they choose to not do so, it is simple enough for me to ask them to go find someone else who is maybe less willing.
Good. If we give these wild dogs some fucking superpowers, they will turn on their masters. That's just the way humanity rolls. When something scares them, they tend to fight back.
All right. So, what are you starting with? Who's doing what?
I am
I think
waiting.
Habfor would put the image of Eternatus and Homeboy's lab in, like, looking at Anoush.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would just pick him up and start flying.
Oh, I need the people first. We got to see if the patch works.
And then in his mind, he'll say, Hurrit can contact us and let us know. They have patches.
Okay, that's fine. Don't make any notes. I'm just screaming towards Jelena. You touch me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I have your powers now.
I think you have to roll.
I'm about to.
I would like to see if the patch happens to
Yeah.
create any changes.
Okay, that's just one above superb to grab those powers.
All right.
And then
so you find you one of your devotees comes to you, willing to try what it is that you are asking for.
I do not know if this will hurt. I do not know what the end result is, but it could be important. Are you willing?
Tell me a name. Who is this?
This is Obe,
Obey.
a 5'10" African American individual.
Can I ask an above the table question
Mm-hmm.
of Jelena? Is there one of your retinue that is a 6-foot Scandinavian with green eyes?
No.
Okay, good. That would hurt.
That would hurt. So you put the patch onto Obey. And I'm going to make a roll. Okay. You put the patch onto Obey, and it sorry, wasn't prepared for this one. So what happens is You put the patch on, and Obe suddenly grins and says, "This feels amazing." And he like opens his. Was it he? Was it?
Yes.
Okay. He opens his hands, and light shines from his hand.
She reaches out to his face, cups his cheek. You've done wonderfully. Thank you.
We always knew you would lead us to something.
If it is in my power to help you, I will try. Now, let's see what you can do with this, huh? And then through studying, I suppose, figuring out how long this would last for Obey, documenting everything.
So we cut to a montage of Obey like blasting light blasts all over the forest and whooping and hollering with his newfound power. And it does not seem to be going away.
Interesting. All right. We need to get information to Anoush. I don't tend to take much stock in technology these days.
I thought Hurt was around.
Hurrit.
Hurt is around.
Ida, if you would not mind finding Hurrit.
Of course.
Hurt's there.
That's my boy. That's my best contribution to this fucking campaign.
Yeah, so yeah, Ida, whatever. I'm very curious. How is Gilgamesh? What is Gilgamesh's reaction to all of this?
Gilgamesh is very much a broken man, but he has gotten a lot of excitement from the idea of basically destroying everything that the people responsible for all of the terrible things in life have going on. So he is ready to participate.
Well, Gilgamesh. Sounds like we have a mission. Will you join me in handing out some patches?
Of course. Make a little trouble along the way.
Always. Who else would like to go and start as many riots as possible?
Hey kids, you heard about the newest drug? It's just a patch.
It's just a patch, baby.
Get your powers, man.
Power Patch. The Power Patch Kids. Oh, fuck.
Question. Who would Hurrit most likely contact to tell that it worked or not?
Probably directly to Anoush.
Why? You haven't talked to anybody. Absent father.
Hey, Habfor. Hey,
it's not a father in this timeline.
I know we haven't talked a lot, but these
Sarah
patches
didn't do
give
that.
people powers.
Hey,
I
hey,
just
I
wanted
know
to let you know.
you
I'm going to tell
adopted me.
Anoush now.
I know you
But I
adopted
wanted you to
me
be the
into
first
this
one.
eternal life, so you're like my empowered father, and you have disowned me. But I'll call you first.
But I just wanted to tell you this patches work, man.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Hurrit lets you know, Anoush, that this a wild success. The patches seem to prompt the nanomachines in the standard nanomachines to elicit the power reaction that the ones that you were given do. So
Ida would absolutely want to have the distribution of this start off strategically. And like, because it's 5 years, like also like, so once the they would want to work with whoever, so with Habfor and Anoush, and um if I mean, Hermes would know that Dio can very easily get materials still. So if whatever, like, Ida would want to time like riots with to cover up any kind of whatever. So if something needs to get stolen, then Ida would then make something loud happen elsewhere to be a distraction. So we need to work with that. But yeah.
Since there's two of us, can we start a second project and have two separate roles?
yeah,
Because if this patch is transdermal,
yes,
what reason could it not be injected into the water supply?
I was going to say aerosolize it.
Yes, possible, but wind patterns, etc., versus dropping a vial in small towns, waters, mains, etc. Even like you could even do weather, like geo stuff, right? Of cloud dropping, you have all of the capabilities of
give it to Mirwine.
Exactly, like that's exactly what I'm thinking, right? Like we have every way to get into waters. Every human being needs water and is going to interact with water at some point or another. So if you infect water supplies with this, whatever this patch solution is, right? Well, I'm not sure, like whatever, it's a gel or whatever the fuck, right? But making that water soluble in a way that can protect its integrity until it comes into contact with human skin, right? Some sort of like what's that? What is it when you like oil? Like you encapsulate it in like something that only breaks down to oil but not water, so that like when it gets to the human skin, between that and the like dermal like friction of our skin essentially breaks that down, right?
This is all Anoush is saying to Habfor.
I am doing usual off-screen stuff on screen, and I realized that, so I'm going to take it down.
No.
We can get it in the water.
Sarah said, "Hey guys, rug pulled, dark timeline," and we said, "Hold our fucking beer."
Said you made the anointed. We fucked the world.
yeah.
So I think Habfor agrees with Anoush as he says all this. And they get to work. So Habfor agrees with all those things that Anoush says. And I think that they just, from there, go into like a shift work where if they just kind of sleep or work until they essentially can't keep their eyes open. And then whether it's the patches or, and I think it makes sense probably that Habfor's the one who probably, when they do need like materials that they either don't have or somebody hasn't delivered yet or he's got to go meet, is probably the one that goes out to get them.
Okay.
Would Hermes would Hermes be okay to be a messenger?
Yes, it is sort of his thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was wondering, Anoush was wondering, there was something said at like the last time we had like that group discussion in the woods about if we fix this timeline, we're not going to exist anymore. And everybody said that that's what they want. But Anoush also knows that it is possible to store a consciousness in another person, a la the Morrigan, right? I think Anoush, before the temporal satellites are destroyed, wants to send a nanobot into the other timeline, or like hold on to a bit of consciousness that he can send into another timeline to like find himself, like the good version of himself, and implant this consciousness into that version of Anoush.
Does Anoush tell Habfor about this plan?
I think it's definitely like not a secret. I don't think he's like keeping it from you. I think if you notice he's working on something else, he'll like kind of muse about it.
Yeah, I think at one point then, after you tell him that, you're brought to a lake shore. In your mind, or I guess in Habfor's mind. And he says, I don't want to tell you what to do, obviously. But you may shatter your mind in a way that's irreparable if you try to do this.
Or I cease to exist, Habfor.
True. Potentially. But I think, as upset as you are, rightfully so, and angry as you are, rightfully so, the reality that doesn't exist here, are their feelings any less valid? You are angry at your pagan for not being enough, for not surviving, for not being around. His pagan was enough. Is that fair to him to take you away now?
I don't know what fair is.
Yes, you do. You're deflecting to justify what you know is wrong. It's what you've always done.
Who are those people, Habfor?
Doesn't
Who
matter.
are they?
They're people.
They wouldn't exist without us.
And we wouldn't exist without them. There is no superiority. That's what I'm saying. It is literally all equal. I just want you to know good and well what you are choosing to do and acknowledge it before you choose to do it.
It doesn't. How can we lose this? How can all of this knowledge and all of this wisdom be just erased? No matter if it is to make this world better or to enact some sort of revenge on these beings that have fucked us thoroughly. But then they win, right? If we win and we erase all of this like it never happened, then what's the point? I have always been one thing. It is a collector of knowledge. And I think I would understand that if this piece of knowledge stays collectible.
I want to be clear. I will be fine no matter what. This is not about me. I will be sad for a few hundred years as you drool yourself in a corner and Pagan takes care of you. Your choice is your choice. I just think we should be cognizant of that. Because I think we weren't enough. As much as a curmudgeon as I was for so many years, we still fucking missed the mark. And I agree with you. They win. They do. But if I can choose a little more happiness, a little more good, a little more light, then I will. If you want more knowledge, that's what you want. And if that's worth the risk to you, then that's your choice. I just want you to be aware.
I think there is a fundamental truth that I admire about you, Habfor. And that is you can see beyond yourself. You can envision this world being better without you in it. But for me, the darkness, it scares me. It's what I've wished for for almost 1,000 years. To cease to exist, to not be this, to end it, and not be alone at the end of this universe. But now that we're so close to that, I admit to myself that all of that has been bullshit and a lie. I just want to do everything I can to hang on to the scrap of who I am.
Maybe that's why we never got along enough, and maybe that's why we needed each other. Because it's easy for me to see beyond myself, because the thing I imagine most is the people that I love and care about never being brought the pain that I brought into their life. A world that hasn't been darkened by my shadow, that hasn't been poisoned by my touch, that hasn't been stained by the blood that I've spilled. That has always been my most ardent wish.
And there's some stupid part of me that believes in repentance.
Well, let our self-flagellation be something useful for once. Let's get these fucking suits done.
This was such a male conversation.
Yeah, what's the opposite of the Bechdel test?
I think
Also, technically not a conversation because it's just neurons firing right now. It's very cool, actually.
That's very poetic.
Ida, if you would not mind, I could use a bit of a lift to Eternatus. I would like to pick up some more patches to send with my people, if you don't mind. If not, I will ask Mirwine.
Oh, of course. It's been a while. Would you rather go by air or by sea?
Oh, interesting. Whichever
Can you
which,
turn into a turtle dragon?
whichever way you feel is the quickest.
Probably air. And yeah, it turns into a giant, it's like a full Lord of the Rings giant eagle, like just this massive thing that you can ride.
Should never have let Ida watch those movies.
I just don't understand. I was like screaming, why did they wait until the very end? This is bullshit.
It's the Nazgul! Read the books!
Yeah. Heading to it.
Thank you, Ida.
All right.
Yes.
So let's lay this out. So who's doing what first?
Yeah, I can take one of the crafts roles.
Okay.
I think yours is a little bit better than mine, so whichever one's the priority, you should probably have, because you have either great or superb craft, right? Yeah.
I technically, when I roll, I'll have one above superb.
Perfect. Yeah, and then I can have +2 to my good.
Fantastic.
And this seems like worth it. And then if Jelena's headed here, then
I was going to say, before we roll that, do we want to have some kind of roll to see if we can get any more science people? I don't know if that would help. Like, I don't know if anybody in the challenge has any kind of skills that.
Yeah, if there's a way, because I think it would make sense that we would just be going there first for the idea of like, what are the blueprints, what's the plan, and then Habfor would not be like opposed to anybody else. I think he would just be very aggressive in vetting their mind.
I think that can definitely be factored in too. Is like we're gonna need a workforce of people no matter what. Like just the 2 of us creating it will take way too long.
Yeah, you need at least like a team of 20.
You could control people, right? You could just like puppet them.
Well, that gets complicated because I think I would technically have to be awake the whole time. So my physical body probably, I don't know. That would be a weird question, but I don't think it's worth going down because there's too much science. No, like biologically, I don't think it can work. Unless he would learn, I guess he could learn how to lucid dream. Never mind. We're not going to get into that. Yeah. There's enough science people. There's enough science people in the story.
Yeah.
We can have that theoretical conversation another time.
If this is happening while Jelena and Ida are there, I can give a help on a crafts roll.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for as many people that are like it's a project that's going to take long time, right? So this idea that like I feel like from if we were able to like hack some sort of design, you could probably get something out tested within like maybe 90 days and like I think fully tested within maybe 6 months to manufacture something like that and resource out of the fucking crazy ass mines that we're gonna have to get them some of the materials we would need, including depleted uranium for those mid-altitude flights.
So is the first craft roll gonna be the pat water situation, or what are we rolling first? Like
that's what I'm saying. So which I think is the water one. The water one seems a little less important. So I think Habfor should roll that one, right? Yeah. Okay.
And I'll give you the help on that.
Perfect. Got great start. And 3, we are at a plus. Oh, but -1. So 2 + 2 + 1. So it's a great. 1 above superb. I think should be enough. I'm going to save my.
Fantastic.
Save my point. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
That should be good.
All right. So with a fantastic, you get mass-produced this patch stuff that has been developed, and you're able to produce enough to get it into water supplies. And with the help of Mirwine, are able to do that. What's next?
Not to be, a conspiracy theorist, but you legitimately could probably do mRNA technology. Sorry. We can move on.
Patch stuff now in every grocery store.
What's next, guys?
Do we want to get the craft stuff knocked? I mean, so
let's get the drone out.
Yeah, we gotta get the materials done,
yeah,
right, so that we can try to roll for the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're making drones with EMPs in them that are able to break the atmosphere of the Earth, essentially.
They wouldn't have to if they're in mid-orbit. They would just need to be
okay.
And so this is why this becomes a lot easier than it should be, right? Because with Habfor's ability to get up there, a lot of your thrust problems are taken care of, which also means a lot of your weight problems are taken care of. So realistically, all you would need to do is hollow out most of the fuel cavity for already a high altitude drone, which that technology is fucking everywhere. And you would hollow out one of the fuel cavities and just put an EMP in there, as opposed to an actual payload. The only problem is we would have to get a hold of, depending on equidistance and the way that this net is and how big we could get these EMPs, you're looking at needing about 6,000 fucking drones or whatever it is. Because the drone, I guess the cavity, if we could recover it, actually, yeah, you would. I think it would make sense if Sarah's down to have some sort of role for recovery rate reflected in like percentages of like how many Habfor is able to catch.
Mm-hmm.
So roll for drones.
What kind of
I think
roll?
I negotiated us a good roll, is what I'm telling you.
We gotta roll for some drones. Is that what we're doing?
Yes. We are the Obama administration. Roll for drones.
What should crafts? Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'll spend some time. I'll enhance my craft thinking brain to give me a +1 to this.
I can offer a help action as well.
That is beautiful. I need it. Okay, so that's a -1, +0, +1, +1. That's a legendary.
Oh, pff,
Okay.
fuck off.
It was not great.
That's ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
the top of the ladder. Fuck you.
Yeah, but I did not roll great. Awesome.
All right. Yes, you begin mass producing these drones with EMPs, and you are successful at doing so. Let's also do a resources roll for getting the resources, and whoever wants to help with getting resources can help with that roll.
I can do that. I'll steal
I can offer
myself.
a help action.
Okay. Okay, that's awesome. That's amazing. It's more than legendary.
And one more to that. I can also help.
Okay.
Yes, even more.
Even
Legendary
more.
it's legendary beyond.
All right. So you're able to create these things you're creating. You're able to get the resources to create it. Next question, can you do so without attracting attention to yourself?
You bet your sweet ass I can.
Got this.
I can
But
help with
I
stealth.
could use the help of a stealthy. Yeah, I was gonna say I could use.
I'll give you some help too.
I could use a
obviously.
stealthy. I could use a very stealthy magic bird or something.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm very stealthy.
I'll stealth. I got a little.
I think
bit
it
of
makes
stealth
sense that
in
you
me.
would be able to help stealth too with building it into the technology.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can offer a help action for stealth as well, but I'm so sorry. I'm a little bit confused about where in the story we are right now. Are we
Nebulous.
building a stealth thing, or are we deploying the things?
Now we're at the deployment, I believe, and then I think we're gonna go into like a narration.
No,
I would
it's
imagine.
this is stealth so no one would
I think
notice
it's
you guys
just to
are
build
making
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to make stealth to make it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I forgot my last two rolls. Let me read those again.
So I would
only found
so
two of my fake.
Ida's help would be like the way I'm helping is the whole idea of causing mayhem as a distraction.
+1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the same.
How many helps am I getting? 3?
You're getting 3.
Yeah, that's a fantastic.
Okay.
Oh no, +4. So one above fantastic.
Epic.
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 Yeah, I was thinking about using my. It's such a tough choice having one fucking fate point. It's so agonizing every
I think the
major
fate
episode.
point is gonna be when it's done. Like I think that's gonna happen.
I think that's yeah, exactly right. Okay, I'm glad we agree. I'm trying not to be the weak link in this chain. I don't want to be the guy that's like, fuck, I should have saved my fate point. But also not like I saved it till the end and now I'm fighting the boss with 30 dragon scales in my bag. You know what I mean?
Ida and Jelena, tell me how you are making distractions for this.
With her group of people, she has gone towards some nuclear power plants in the southern Americas and has utilized her ability to crush the buildings and cause massive destruction.
That does indeed cause massive destruction, yes.
And Ida has used their contacts and everything to assist Mirwine in so contacts and stealth to find those strategic points of where to really deposit into the water. Okay, what community is going to do the most? Putting it in there and then inciting riots to get rebellion going. So it's those flare-ups of, but it's gonna be in Washington DC. It's gonna be in the places that it's gonna be the places where the tourists are. You know what I mean? They're they're gonna try to draw as much attention into those hot spots and make it extra spicy. So yeah. Would you like us? Should I do a roll about it? What would you like us to do?
No. I think that narration was excellent. So to sum up what we're doing here, there is a massive movement underway to create this these tools to lift up into the stratosphere and above and send up EMPs, and at the same time you are distracting the masters and whoever else might be looking for you with some very terrifying accidents, disasters, and some strategized riots of newly empowered human beings.
I think a way that we could, if you don't mind, can I pitch a change we can make that maybe includes a lot of different empowered people?
Pitch.
So I think there's a way, because it made me think about Jelena's lifting, and then Habfor can fly, and Ida can fly, and then we also have people that can control weather, and we have a few other people that can fly, that can go on fire. And what if that's it then? That instead of, over the course of 2 years, it's when there's enough. When we have, 1/6 plus 20%, it's mass deployment at once, trying to knock them out.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no room for whatever. And then all these distraction events still happen, right? But they're just as, well, we need 6,000 fucking drone shells of depleted uranium. So there's not a lot of places that you can get that, right? So when we need it from Langley, that's when you do the Washington D.C. one, right? Mm-hmm. And when we need rare earth minerals from China, it's that big ass fucking dam they built in China, right? That cut off or supplied water to half the goddamn continent, right? And so that's where those strategic attacks are, right? Is the destabilizing this place as a place for tourists who want to even come, and then also there's no trail to necessarily follow. It's hard to track a pattern if it just looks like what we're trying to do, which is also destabilize the market as a tourist trap. And then I think it's a cooler thematic story, if the gang agrees, to have everybody fucking deploying a drone, essentially. Everybody that can get up there. Everybody that has fucking Gilgamesh can throw one, right? You know what I mean? And we have, I'm serious, right? We have the critical mass plus 20%, and say that's maybe what takes us to the 4-year mark or something, right? Or however, wherever you want to drop this in narratively. And it's okay, this is it. It's go or no.
And if we are also adding to the empowered, if every single time, we're getting more and more and more, I would make an argument for our boy Dionysus. He could be persuaded to absolutely like be a part of an underground, like the sub radio, like the underground movement of like getting humanity on board, of being like, of like spreading the word, using his gaslighting, like using his powers to like get people, especially now that we don't have Hild, like using those gifts to like get humanity to be like, hey, this sucks, right? This fucking sucks. Yeah, we have a plan. We're here. And like, so like get like, so almost like following around of, not following Ida necessarily, but following around of like, ooh, a new burst of empowered people. Let's have a conversation. And much to his chagrin, he would team up with Gilgamesh.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so like, so also, so it wouldn't just be the, I looked at it. There's 19 of us original empowered people, including Challenger. There's only 19 of us left. So adding it, like,
that's what I was thinking. As we add people, like, there's gonna be somebody that's got more super strength, or got more transformation into whatever, or can just fly, or can
that one's
maybe
just Sailor
telekinesis
Moon.
out to whatever, right? Sailor Moon. The only thing I would like to do if we are going to drop into that narratively is try to have a conversation with Jelena sometime close to D-Day. To E-Day.
To E-Day.
Oh. EMP Day.
EMP
wow.
Day.
Guys, it's Y2K all over again.
I vote for one big attack. I agree. I think that's the way.
One big attack.
Not chipping away. One big shot.
Yeah, this is how you do everybody coming together at the end, J.J. Abrams. All right?
Big attack.
Not some weird bullshit you pulled out of your ass.
If we're gonna do one big attack, can I
fucking
roll?
Nerd.
Can I roll to see if I can make the little consciousness bomb?
You sure can.
Yay! Can I get Jesus to help me? I just like having him around.
I feel like Jesus is morally opposed to this.
Jesus doesn't like it. You're disrespecting his name choice.
Josh, can I? Cameron does.
Halfthor would do everything he can to convince Josh to not. I'm just kidding. He wouldn't do that.
Josh and I are best friends. I don't know.
David just thinks this is a horrible idea. Every bit of like theoretical science I've read says this is a nightmare.
Yeah, but how interesting of a narrative would it be, right?
If Jelena could have a conversation with the group first, Anoush. Well, I guess it depends on if this is a public plan or not.
Well, if David knows about it. I mean, if Halfthor knows about it.
Halfthor wouldn't have told anybody. Halfthor wouldn't have told anybody. I was joking. Again, Halfthor is like, you gotta do what you gotta do, dog. We're all just surviving. David is truly the one that is like, this plan horrifies me. Because the thought of two consciousness occupying the same place feels disgusting. I don't know, an abomination. I feel like a Catholic seeing a Protestant at church for the first time. That's how I feel about this.
But like,
Sarah understands exactly what I'm talking about.
I think Sarah has a great plan for this. I'm gonna roll.
If anybody can handle being an abomination, it is Anoush, who has been an abomination from the beginning.
That's true. That's awesome. Okay. So with my enhancements, that's a +2 and a -2. So that cancels each other out, and I get
that's right.
An epic is what I would get, or a fantastic is what I would get.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. With your fantastic, you.
No, you know what? Screw it. I am going to spend a fate point, and I will invoke my high concept Actually, my aspect tech wizard, I'll give myself a +2 to that, so that we'll get to legendary.
All right. Okay, so Anoush, you are able to sort of pack your consciousness into a digital package, which you are able to upload to the net, and you believe you have it to you believe that you have it set to project if the temporal timeline goes all wonky again. There's no way, of course, to be certain until it happens, but you feel good about it. You feel like you've done what you've tried to do, and if anything can work, this will work.
And then I'll tell people about it.
Yeah, once you've done it.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into the big doing it all at once scenery, you said you wanted to have a little conversation.
Please show this day the respect it deserves and call it by its title, E-Day.
E-Day, of course.
E-Day. So it's E-Day Eve, and I think... okay, it's all right. Take over. Yeah, I think the night before... Yeah, he would 100% just wait, like, all the way to the end, because he's a piece of shit like that. So, like, the night before the big attack, Habfor is gonna go try to find Jelena, wherever she is. Walk up to whatever beautiful bouncer is one of her devotees.
She is probably having a she's in a kitchen and is preparing a meal for everyone with the help of some of her retinue. She's making the favorites of the people that are here, the ones that she remembers at least. She's still, although hardened, community and family are still important to her. So she's in the kitchen.
I think Habfor would stop before he came in, kind of like look at himself, and go shower very quickly, and come back and just try to help. I think he would just like pick up dishes to like wash or something, or like wherever he saw, and kind of wait until the work was done to approach Jelena if she doesn't approach him first.
I think she acts as if he's not there.
Then I think he would wait until the meal was done and wait by wherever her chambers were, or wherever she rests, outside of them.
You have been hovering.
Been waiting.
Waiting for 5 minutes, I've been waiting for 80 years.
And I think I kind of points to his temple, waiting for an answer.
She'll nod her head.
I think you're at the same lake front as usual, and instead of stormy or clear or beautiful, I think it's the dead of winter and it's completely frozen over, and you can see nothing but white. And I think that there's, a deck and some chairs. And I think Habfor probably looks something close to what he looks like in the other timeline, because by the time Heaven's Eye came, that was about the most authentic and like self-actualized he'd been in his life. I'm not going to insult either of us and lie to you and say I'm sorry. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, whether we're gone or just we're gone, or somehow we have to live with both realities. But whatever you think of me, intention should matter. And I just don't think your life was ever any better, was ever going to be any better with me around.
You are so full of shit. You were afraid and you left. And then I had to deal with the grief of losing my friend. In a horrible way. And I had to deal with the grief of our friend who lost the love of his life. And our sister, and Ida, who lost not one brother but two in a moment.
I don't deny that I was afraid. I think you can be afraid to lose stuff and also know the truth, that things are worse with you around. Those truths aren't mutually exclusive.
Why is this for you to decide?
Because it's my life.
And it was my life too. And you think that it's better without you in it when I had spent nothing but centuries loving you. I am not responsible for your insecurities. You put them on me. I never had them.
You're right. I'm a coward. I'm insecure. I do not see value in myself. I think that even when I cleanse or I cure or I help, it is always the kind that is destructive in nature. It is purification, it's fire, it's fever, it's amputation. I don't deny that I do some good and I hold value, but I also can see that I'm an albatross, a monkey's paw of a gift. And maybe that's part of the guilt I feel more, is that I see these things as true, that I feel these insecurities, as you call them, as observable fact and not like we came into your life and have only compounded the suffering by centuries. That's the absolute worst thing I could have given to you, is the first thing I gave to you. And I understand. You speak the truth. I will not dispute a thing you've said. But I do want you to know that it was what I believed was right. And I still do. And I wish it was different. But I chose what I chose. And I am sorry for how it's hurt you.
I don't know what to say to you. I hope that whatever happens tomorrow, if it is to the end of nothingness, that would be a blessing in and of itself. If what this pagan from the future, if it is real, if it is not some lie, then I hope they know nothing of us. Because there has to be some world where you are the man that I've always believed you to be. And I would not take that from myself. It has been good to see you care about something for a change.
I'll leave you alone. I hope you're right. Good luck. And you're back in Europe. And Hafthor's gone.
The next day is when it all happens. Does anyone else want to do anything else before it all happens? All right. Well,
Jelena will give a relevant blessing to everybody here.
excellent.
Hafthor makes 19 figurines and digs 19 little holes and places them on his mantle before he heads out.
Okay. The rolls have been rolled. All it leaves is to determine the results. So the next day, you leap into action, a concerted effort There are more of you now, more than just the 19. There are so many more each day, and they're all eager to help just to get out of what they're in, you know? And it becomes a underground movement that springs forth on this day as these empowered people with their great strength and their many extraordinary abilities launch these many drones into the air, into the orbit of the Earth. Now I'm going to make a roll here. This is going to determine whether they have caught up to you by this time.
May I ask what you are rolling?
You may.
May I also ask what you're rolling?
This is a investigation roll for the.
Then it does not matter then. I cannot assist us.
Could we bane them?
I have a very specific list of things that I can hex or bless, and investigation is not on it.
Damn. With a patch?
That's...
Let the dice tell their story.
Yes, I feel like we allow Sarah to continue with what she's doing.
Yeah.
All right. So when you start to launch, it does seem like there is some sort of resistance, some strange. Some of you are attacked by flying orbs that seem to move of their own volition up in the orbit that you're going for. However, it's as though if this is a response to you and not some sort of automated defense system, then they greatly underestimated the size and scope of what you would be doing on this day, because it does not take more than the 20% extra that you had allotted. And all that remains is to push the button. Who pushes the button?
I'll push the button.
I'll
push the button.
All right. With that, the EMPs go off, and the massive temporal engine composed of thousands of tiny satellites orbiting the Earth can no longer sustain its enormous work. The experience is, well, it's disorienting, to say the least, and the unimaginable weight of the main timeline exerts its pressure on the Earth, and the temporal field, which can no longer hold, snaps back like a rubber band. You pass through countless alternate timelines, countless alternate yous, and your memories and identities become confused for what feels like and might be an infinite interstitial period. But finally, somehow, in the days that comes after this, you feel yourself again. The real you. Memories of the alternate timeline you just went through are hazy and disjointed, and they try to fade like a dream you were jolted away from, except for Anoush, who gets an extra special packet of information blasted into him. And Anoush, I'm going to have you roll will.
Hell yeah.
Can I help?
Yeah.
I think knowing Anoush's plan, Habfor probably was waiting for a sign of nosebleed or something, and maybe by the time he sees this happen, it's like, I'm not even sure why I'm looking out for Anoush for something, but I know I need to watch out for something.
Mm-hmm.
And probably just tries to like bolster his mind with his own will.
Okay.
If
Like
are
hold
we,
your what are they called? Axons together?
would we all be together? I mean, like, I feel like in the disorientation of like coming down from this, Ida would want to be close to their family. So
Yeah.
even not even knowing anything about this plan, but seeing their brother in distress would also give the help action.
All right.
So I rolled 2 blanks, 2 minuses.
Okay.
I have a great will
All
with
right.
2 helps that would stay the same. I would love to use...
If Jelena's bless could have transferred to will.
I don't think so.
Fair.
I would like
Everybody,
to
Sarah
use
told me no.
That's good. That's growth, guys. I'm gonna use a fate point.
Mhm.
And I would love to use my trouble, oh, the humanity, to invoke this. And I would like to re-roll my dice.
All right.
Okay, that's a lot better. Okay. +2, -1. Superb. Fantastic. I think that's an epic.
Okay. So what you're experiencing, Anoush, is another consciousness attempting to push itself into yours, and there's only room for one in here. But you recognize that you have a connection with this. It feels like you to you, but also separate and distinct and kind of antagonistic in a way. What does Anoush choose to do? Because with that role, you can make a choice. You can fight it off. You can try to accept the whole thing, knowing that that will probably impair you in some way. Or you could try to just take the memories without the force of personality that comes with it.
Anoush has always been one thing. He's been a collector.
Yes.
The pull of this knowledge that there is this other Anoush that has done so much to escape being completely erased is very intriguing. And I think that Anoush is the one that is fighting harder to survive than the happy one. I think in a lot of cases, Anoush would be happy with the life he has, but I don't know if he has as much of a choice as he thinks he does, as the bad timeline Anoush kind of just takes over everything else.
All right. Does alternate Anoush kick out non-alternate Anoush? Or do they try to coexist?
There is I think there is an envy that is mistaken as loathing in alternate timeline Anoush. And I think he sees this happy Anoush as a resource, something that can be mined, not something to share this space with. So I don't know if I think he'll, if he can keep the memories and the knowledge and get rid of the person, that is what he will do.
Can Habfor attempt to kill bad timeline Anoush?
I will use my Habfor ability to block out any temporal.
That is not how it works.
To block you. I'll take over you first.
It's
bitch.
a fight. It's a will fight roll, right?
I'll do that. If I mean, like, he's in the state of.
I
like,
want to help good timeline Anoush survive.
And I think
that's
alternate timeline
what
Anoush feeling yet another presence would do everything that they can to just force you out as well. Like, I think it's like,
yeah, I get it. I think Habfor would not, and this is totally up to Sarah, right? And also you, Cameron, right? But I think narratively, I don't think Habfor would see this. His literal greatest fear from episode 2, and if he could mechanically, and if he can't mechanically, right, you could narrate that, and I'm totally cool with whatever we go with. But it is like kind of your character, right? This is a little bit of your choice too, right? I'm just saying, if there's a mechanical way for Habfor to do anything, he would try, because I don't think he could see this and not try.
Cameron, in the end, how this ends up is your choice. So I'm going to say, does Habfor get through and help?
I think it's super interesting that he tries. I want to see if it succeeds, though. I think definitely there is a narrative pushback, but I don't give a shit. I want to see what happens.
Then let's have a will battle.
Battle of wills. I will steal myself.
At the end of this show, Habfor and Anoush will be on 2 discs floating in space, fighting it out.
Yeah, it's very good. I did get it.
Yes.
Okay.
What's 2 plus epic plus 2?
A lot is what it is. So that's epic plus 4?
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay.
Epic plus 4?
2 above the count, above the ladder.
Sorry, superb plus 4. So it's 1 above legendary. Sorry, I meant to say yeah. My bad. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean epic. I meant superb above plus 4. Okay. My bad. I'm not that broken. Yes, I will invoke my fate point. What is worthy?
You know what's really funny?
What's up?
I got the exact same roll. And I will also invoke a fate point. Oh, the humanity.
All right.
C'est la vie.
All right. The combined Anoushes push. The combined Anoushes push Habfor out, and we on the outside we see Anoush with the stereotypical "my mind's just been invaded" nosebleed, sort of his eyes glazing over, as we return to our timeline. It is October 12th, 2066. And the Galactic Library branch has just arrived on Earth, on Eternatus. It is a structure like a great golden cylinder. It's approximately 80 feet high, accessible on location or through the many smaller sub-branches that land on every inhabited landmass on Earth. Later on, when humanity uses the technology it now has access to, it will be accessible by anyone at any time. And so, join us next Tuesday as we work together to bring our heroes' stories to a close and create the future of the Halleyverse. We hope your timeline is treating you well. See you then.
Thank you for joining us today. Halley's Children is written by Serafina Smith using the Fate system. The players are Cameron, Courtney, David, and Eli, with Serafina as the GM. Editing by Eli Gallagher. We hope you enjoyed the drama, laughter, and chaos as much as we did. If you had a blast, don't forget to share the love and tell your friends. Until next time, keep searching for the rainbow.